Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down what is, without a doubt, the single most important strategic decision you will ever make when you're launching a new eSIM business. I mean, this is a choice that's going to shape everything: your budget, your timeline, and your entire company's focus for years to come.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Picture this. You're founding a new company. Let's call it eSimLive. You've got the slick branding, the killer app, the whole marketing plan is ready to go. But there's one massive technical hurdle that stands above everything else. A single choice that can either rocket you into the market in months or get you stuck in the mud for years. So what is it?
Well, the answer all comes down to this one little acronym: SMDP+. Now, it stands for Subscription Manager Data Preparation Plus, but honestly, you can just think of it as the super secure brain of the entire eSIM world. It's basically a digital Fort Knox, and it's certified by the GSMA, which is the big organization that sets all the rules for mobile. Think of it like a crypto vault that securely cooks up and beams a SIM profile from a carrier right into a customer's phone. And here's the kicker: every single eSIM download, no exceptions, has to go through one of these things.
And that right there, that's exactly why pretty much nobody, like 99% of companies, even tries to build this on their own. We're talking about a system that needs to be absolutely perfect, cryptographically speaking. There is zero tolerance for any kind of security slip-up. It needs special hardware, data centers with actual physical security, and you have to go through this grueling, long certification and audit process with the GSMA. Look, this isn't just a tough software project. It's a whole other ballgame. A completely different business, really.
So all of that brings you, the founder, to this huge fork in the road. The decision you make right here is going to define your company's path, your costs, and how fast you can actually get to market for at least the next couple of years.
You can just hear one side of the boardroom debate, right? This quote sums it up perfectly. It's the voice of reason. Your main business is selling data plans, making customers happy. It's not becoming a world-class security and cryptography company. Why on earth would you waste 18 months and millions of dollars on this massive high-risk side project?
And that really lays out the two paths in front of you, clear as day. Okay, so on one side, you've got leasing. This is your fast track. You launch quick, you have predictable pricing, kind of like any other software subscription. The big downside: you're totally dependent on your vendor. Then on the other side, you've got the build-it-yourself route. This gives you absolute control, the best profit margins, and real strategic freedom. But it comes with a huge price tag up front and a ton of complexity.
All right, let's walk down the first path. The one that, let's be honest, almost everyone takes to start with: leasing. The big pro for leasing? Speed. No question. You can plug into a provider's API and be pretty much ready to roll in a fraction of the time. You get to skip the entire nightmare of GSMA certifications and managing all that crazy hardware. But here's the catch, right? There's always a catch. You're paying a fee for every single eSIM you sell, and your whole business is now tied to the performance, the reliability, and the pricing of another company. Okay, so now for the other path. Let's call it the go big or go home route, building your own from scratch. And before you even think about writing a single line of code, you better be ready to write a very large check. The initial cost, just for the hardware, the security, the first bit of development, is going to be somewhere between $1 and $3 million. I mean, for a startup, that is a massive, massive hurdle to clear right out of the gate. But, the money is just part of the story. The timeline is just as scary. Best case scenario, you're looking at a year. But a more realistic timeline, once you add in all the testing, the bugs, and that full-on GSMA certification process, you're probably looking at closer to 2 years. Think about that. That's 2 full years of burning cash before you can make your first dollar.
And who's going to build this thing? I'll tell you who's not building it. Your regular team of app developers? No way. You need this crack team of specialists. We're talking telecom engineers who understand the ancient arts of SIM cards, actual cryptographers, security-obsessed DevOps people, and compliance officers who know how to talk to the GSMA auditors. This is a very expensive and very hard-to-find group of people. Okay, so you're stuck, right? It feels like an impossible choice. Go slow and break the bank, or go fast and be stuck with a vendor. So what do you do? Well, the really smart folks in the industry don't see it as an either-or choice at all. They see it as a journey, a strategic roadmap with a few different phases.
And here's what that journey looks like. It's a 3-phase plan. So, phase 1, right now, you lease.
You work with the best providers out there, and you launch fast. Your team focuses on building your own cool services. Then, as you start to scale up, you hit phase 2. You start working with multiple suppliers. That way, you're not locked into just one, and you have a backup. And then, and only then, when you are a giant in the market, we're talking over 10 million profiles a year, then you finally hit phase 3 and start the project to build your own.
So what does this mean for your tech team? Well, their job isn't to get lost in the weeds of cryptography. Not at all. Instead, their job is to build a smart layer that talks to these providers. The whole process boils down to this really clean 6-step dance with APIs. Your system gets an order, it intelligently picks the best provider, it makes an API call, it gets a QR code back, and then it listens for updates. It's simple, it's elegant, and it just works.
You see what's happening here? By letting someone else handle that super complex, standardized crypto stuff, you free up your best people, your engineers, to work on the things that actually matter to your customers, the things that will make you stand out. And this is how you win in the market. This is your secret sauce. Instead of building a vault, you build a brain. Imagine building an engine that's so smart, if one provider has an outage, poof, it just switches to another one instantly. Your customers never even notice. Or a system that uses AI to find the cheapest or fastest profile for every single customer, saving them money. You can build amazing features like letting users switch plans on the fly, and you can build really sophisticated fraud protection. That's where you build your advantage.
So, what's the final verdict? The expert advice is just crystal clear. Do not build it. Now, lease from the best providers you can find, put all your energy into building that powerful, intelligent software layer on top, and only even think about building your own infrastructure when you are operating at a massive, massive scale.
So the big takeaway here isn't just build or lease. That's thinking too small. The real strategic move is lease, then scale, then own. It gives you the fastest launch with the lowest risk, and it gives you all the flexibility you need for the future. At the end of the day, the real question isn't what foundation are you standing on, but what amazing thing are you going to build on top of it?